James, a 1-1 draw with Airdrieonians this afternoon. How do you rate the point and the performance?
Well, we came here to get 3 points. I think we got ourselves in a really good position. We're a goal in front. The game was... There wasn't much in it in terms of clear-cut chances. Both goalkeepers never had a lot to do. We have the chance at 1-0 to make it 2-0 when we press them high, and Chris Kane just can't get the ball to Craig White, and if that goes in, I think that's a game. But I'm proud of him. In particular, on the run we're on when the equaliser goes in, and then we're having to defend set play after set play, knowing what happened in the last few weeks that we weren't great from set play. So that's a plus, but in there it feels like a defeat to the players because they got that wee feeling again of being in front, and I think with that chance in particular as well, they felt that goes in, it's 2-0, it's a long way back for Airdrie then, but no, to keep going with the enforced changes in the game as well, which is just natural with Matty Todd coming back for injury, Craig Clay just getting to a point as well, so where he was chasing in terms of fitness, so get more minutes into him, more minutes into Matthew. Look, it's a point, it's not what we came down for, but we move on to Kelty next week and on the back of it and build on it.
Craig White started this afternoon and we thought he played fantastically well and did really great work for the opening goal, setting up Aaron Comrie on the runway, a fantastic ball through it, forces Murray Johnson into a decision, the penalties conceded, and Chris Kane shows a lot of composure, steps up, puts us in front.
Yeah, look, I think you've described it good. It is a great run from Aaron. It's runs we need to be making more of, and Whitey finds him with the ball. So I've not seen it back at the time. You're obviously appealing for the penalty, and we got it. And look, Chris Kane steps up and puts it away. But no, I agree with that. I thought Whitey was excellent. I think he has been. In the times he's come on over the last maybe 4 or 5 weeks, he's been really good, and I think the two of them caused them real problems at the top end of the pitch. Both Chris Kane and Craig Whiting were really good today at what we were asking them to do. And again, if that goes in, then Whitey gets his goal as well. But that's by the by now. But in terms of performance from those two, I thought the two of them were a handful all day. But their play was good as well. And that's the levels we need from those two, because they're two important players. And
you'll be pleased to get Dapo Mabudi onto the park in his first minutes in a Pars shirt as well.
Yeah, and I think with Dapo, it's been kind of the case as well. Get him in, he's chasing fitness a little bit, but we know his qualities. He's not a young kid anymore in terms of where he's at in the stage of his career, and he certainly doesn't play like that either. He's strong, he's dynamic, as I said, through the week, and he likes getting into challenges, but he's a very good footballer as well. So look, I'm really excited that Dapo's in. We'll take away with him and get him up to a level of fitness where he's comfortable coming in and starting games in the not too distant future.
And as you said in your first answer, it's something to build on now as we move into a different competition next weekend against Kelty.
Yeah, no, we've got to take, certainly I've been critical of the group at certain points where I've come out and said that set plays have been poor or this has been poor. I think today they answered a lot of questions in that. Airdrie won a few in our box like we won a few in their box. That's always going to happen, but we're always there or thereabouts, so we're strong. We dealt with that, and look, to be fair, I think Chris Hamilton deserves a mention as well, going back in at centre back, and thought he was excellent all afternoon. Sam Young's done great. You get to that point with younger players where they might have a wee dip. I'm not quite sure it's too much of a dip from Sam, but I thought Hammy goes in there and shows his qualities, his leadership again, and going in and handling a big striker to start with, then a nippy one at the end. And to be fair, Airdrie's the problems Airdrie were really causing is when they were obviously the switchy play to Hancock, which Hancock's a good player, we know that, but they were very direct. They played, and it's the way they've been recently, and I felt we dealt with that on the whole. It wasn't a great footballing game because of that, but for Hammy and Tommy to deal with that, and then the two strikers in White and Chris Kane, that was the real pluses from today, and obviously the way we could defend set plays.